We're live. Just getting our lighting here. Hey, Beth. You're spooky. Hi, Dina. Carrie. Kim, did you get my email? Oh, Kim Rody. Sorry, Kim Bevel. I sent you an email, Kim Rody, about the retreat from my Christina Welch Art Yahoo mail. So check, see if you got that one. Oh, I am exhausted, guys, but we're still going to paint, right, Elle?
What? Huh? I just want to know one thing.
What?
Who's the baby? Jennifer LaFans.
Oh, Jennifer is here. Jennifer, how's the baby? I showed Alan his picture, and he was very sad. So I got everything boxed. I had 3 people. Well, I had 2 that did not email me and 1 that has not emailed me back. But other than that, everybody's is boxed and ready to go. I think I have 5 left to pay. Alan took a bunch at lunchtime, and he's going to have a bunch tomorrow. Brian, I saw your flip and drag. Gorgeous. All right, Al, come over. Aw, I'm sorry, Jen.
Big happy goofball. Yep, that sounds about right.
Sounds like Pappy.
Yep.
All right.
First up.
I love the way this dried. His colors were so pretty.
I like how it flared out right along the
That was your
edges here.
juicer, right?
Yes.
Yes. I know, and you didn't even use the airbrush. That did it on its own. Right?
Yep. It didn't flare out too much on this end. But that'll look pretty neat.
I like the colors a lot. It's a very nice color combo. That yellow in there is just that nice hint. You can just, yeah, because they're all going to go to the curing rack.
And then there was your flip and drag.
That looks like a Chinese dragon.
You did use the airbrush on that.
Yes, I did.
And then there was my diptych. This was on what size canvas? These 11 by 14, 12 by.
So. I think they're 11 by 14, so we have quite a few of those.
It kind of matches up. There's a little area where tilted too much on this canvas here, but.
Are you prepping this canvas?
I was. Yep. See how it overran a little. I think they came out pretty cool.
Sorry, guys.
Mylene calls it the intestine.
Kind of looks like that. It's Halloween-y.
I'll tell you, if your intestines look like these colors, you may want to go see your doctor.
Yes, I think you have a little bit of an inflamed intestine.
And then you want to describe.
That's the pearl pour. It did change a little bit, but not a lot. If you turn it the other way, so it's going to need something on it. I might have to send that to Mr. Nate and let him play with that one.
It's kind of like a silhouette. Let's see, right over in here where the nose. You could almost put somebody's head in there. Let me see if my head will fit.
It would be great with like trees and like moonlight type thing.
Do you want to show the first one of these?
Oh, do you remember the first one we did? It is ugly. So that one's going to get cleaned in. We're going to pour over that one for sure. So that one did not come out at all. And then this is from our video, my funky painting that I absolutely love. I got so much more stuff going on in there after it dried. I even have a few pearls coming up there. But I really like this painting. Like this one will probably get resined.
Shelly says resin.
Yeah. I think that's it.
What about this one?
Oh, this one here. The light blue pearl pour with the cloud effect. I think my rack was off a little bit, so it kind of slid a little bit. So I kind of lost that cool pattern I had going up here. That's what happens when you're not watching. I put it on the edge and it must have been off just a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. I like, it's kind of like alligator skin in here. It's kind of neat. I don't know if you guys can see it. Too much gold reflection. So, bummer.
What about this one?
Oh, go ahead and show them that. So on the Halloween-inspired pour that I did the other day, after I shut the camera off, I went after it with a balloon. It's a bit hard you to take the glare off.
Wish I was here to see that.
So I did. I kind of pulverized it with a balloon. But I like it better now.
Teresa has a question. Yes, you may, Teresa. Joints are just popping tonight.
I know. I can get your pant down. That black is just a glare. She has 3 products that she needs advice on. Okay. Fire away.
Open to the entire community.
Golden Gloss UV Top Coat. I have not used Golden Gloss UV Top Coat. Anybody else? If you don't get an answer here, Teresa, I'm sure someone in the group will probably be able to answer that for you. Getting a lot of notes. Maybe because of expense, Teresa, nobody's probably used it. Question 2. Deco Art. Oh, the Duraclear, that does yellow over time. Carolyn, we use Stone Coat Art Coat from Stone Coat Countertops. Yeah, Teresa, that Deco Art Duraclear, yeah, it does yellow. I have some, but I have never used it. Yay, Mary Ellen. Yeah, how far I put it. Now I have used the Deco Art Americana Sealer Finish, this one. I use that on dark paintings when I have to hurry up and varnish something for someone that's picking something up. 3 coats of this works pretty good. I don't even know where I put that Duraclear. I know I have a bottle of it somewhere. Liquitex Gloss Varnish, that's all I use. And I do have that video on that varnishing with that varnish. I know Carrie's throwing me off, Brian, isn't she? At least she's got Carrie in there, so we know it's her.
Did Carrie change her name?
Yes, she did. She's Vivid Flow Acrylics by Carrie. I would use the Liquitex Gloss Varnish. You don't have to worry about paintings sticking as much because that's the reason I use it. I've used most of the other varnishes and they do get tacky. The Deco Art Top Coat is horrible, pouring one. I had made my granddaughter a painting and I waited was it 3 months before I took it to her, and I wrapped it in tissue and it all stuck to the painting. We use the Jerry's, I think it's gloss, medium, and varnish in the big jug. And that one is a little tacky too. It's a nice product, but I'm not sure if it's archival. The Liquitex gloss varnish is archival. I have used Minwax polyacrylic. That's all I used to use when I first started out. But I noticed on my white paintings that they do start to yellow. So I stopped using that. Yes, and Brian has a video on how to use that Liquitex gloss if you don't want to use a brush. He has a video showing you how he mixes it with water and puts it on with a t-shirt. Usually 4 or 5 coats with a t-shirt, and it dries super fast. So you can probably get them all done in one day. Yeah, don't waste your money, Teresa. Just get the Liquitex gloss varnish and watch for coupons from Michael's. Because you can use a Joann's coupon at Michael's if you got a 60% off. And watch online, they have 40% off all the time on everything in your cart. Ellen hates when I find that email.
Not when you have another 25% off.
Yeah, that's true.
Of that, I'm shedding.
Yeah, I like watching for specials. I do get my GAC and my Liquitex pouring medium from Jerry's. When I say GAC, I mean GAC 800, sorry. I would love to try that t-shirt application, but I just don't have time. When I'm doing 40, 60 paintings, by the time I have the first coat on the last one, I'm ready for the second coat. I just keep going. It takes me about 4 hours to varnish 40 paintings, sometimes 50. After that second coat, I like to wait about a half an hour after the last one because that means it's been almost an hour. And then I put that final coat on. GAC 800 I add to paint just to keep it from cracking or crazing. But I noticed it also helps to keep your cells formed. They don't dissolve. So I've been adding it to my paints. You only need about an ounce to like 8 or 12 ounces of paint. Just an ounce. Just a little squirt in there.
What would you call this? Like a funnel?
It is a funnel, yes.
Okay. Try something a little different. Just curious to see what happens. I did not cover my entire canvas with white, but some of that's going to pour off as far as the base. I'm going to use my WD-40 to spray my funnel.
Kristen, I have 3 of those 10 shelf shoe racks, so I can fit 80 paintings on those shoe racks if I keep them smaller. But we're doing big paintings, then of course they can only get 2 on a shelf. But plus I have my 20 shelf bun rack, and I have another 10 shelf bun rack that I keep my resin work in. It's all storage here, isn't it, babe? We have racks out the bunions.
That's why we got it. That's why we got to keep the paintings moving.
I know. That's why we auction so many, because we just build up, and when the racks are full, we varnish and say, okay, time for an auction.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, color choices. I'm trying to use up a few paints that we have. We're going to be making some changes to our paint walls, so we have a few that we're discontinuing. Modern Masters Sapphire, Fine Touch Neutral Gray, Artist Loft Ultramarine Blue, Lucas Beige, and Lucas Indigo. Now the Indigo, probably you'll mix a new one on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Because you really like that color.
I do love that color. It's like a blue-black when it dries. It's so pretty. And sometimes it'll pull purple. So when you mix it with your white there, you might get some purple.
We will
It's
see.
like ink, like pen ink. You know how it gets purpley? Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just center this.
They do, Maria.
And then I'm going to go.
Fill it right to the top. Is that what you're doing?
Probably not to the top.
We got a 12 by 12.
12 by 12 canvas. The majority of the canvas is covered in our white base.
And that's just to help the paint flow.
Yes. And I'm hoping that some of this paint is going to go underneath it too. We shall see. And I need your hand for a second, hon.
Carolyn, we haven't tried the Tri-Art glass. I'm always afraid of the little speck you got there.
That little buggy.
What'd you do with the tweezies?
Tweezers right there.
Okay. I think I'm working with resin the way I use those. I pull up the fuzzies. So tomorrow night, Ellen and I were talking about what we can do besides just the giveaway. So we might do a resin painting tomorrow night.
Yes, my favorite sound.
My favorite sound for sure. You did spray it, Ellen.
I did.
Yeah,
She knows me too well.
I'm pretty sure it's not UV protection at all. Not too many things are. If it costs a lot, it's usually a better quality.
This is another one that we want to use up. Oh no.
Thanks, Maria. I've been getting a lot of donations today. Thank you, Maria.
The waste paint. Indigo. Ooh.
Yes, tonight at 11:59 is the deadline.
Yep. Push that right through.
And we have 10 prizes for tomorrow night. Hi, Nate. Sorry I missed your call, boo.
So it's already started coming out through the white underneath a little. All I'm going to do is lift this up just a tad.
To get it flowing. You got a little suction going on there?
Just a little.
Oh, you're not moving it around at all, are you? I think it might get a little muddy, honey. Best way to avoid paintings getting yellow is just not use white.
These two have been kicked.
Thank you. Hope I didn't want to use that color tonight.
I don't think you did. Some of those air bubbles out of there.
Thank you, Dina. You already had that little edging thing going on that one.
Just gonna move it around a little.
You could take your finger and wipe that white to the corner and that'll help it glide faster.
Good point.
Slide it right out there. Just push it. You don't have to be gentle.
This is a delicate flower.
It is.
Don't ask me what type of flower.
Barbara, all paintings yellow over time, but the Liquitex gloss varnish or the high gloss varnish, any of the Liquitex products are archival. They have archival properties, but all paintings will yellow and age over time. It's just a normal process. It has a lot to do with the paint reaction towards the varnish itself, too. Hi, Judy. He's just pushing his white out so he can tilt faster, I should say.
And so it doesn't fold over.
Right. Yep, he doesn't want it to fold over. You know, if you have paintings in your house, let's say your living room is next to your kitchen, just the grease from your kitchen, if you're cooking, all that stuff attracts to your paintings. I always clean everything on my walls at least once a year. Just hit them with a little bit of vinegar water. Should take the grease and the dust off. Or Windex. I love those cells right there.
Cells?
Are you trying to replicate last week's painting? Where's your yellow?
The beige was in there.
Still have a lot of paint on there.
Go with the flow.
What was your first color in?
First color in was the sapphire.
Okay, so that was a metallic, Ellen, and that probably reacted with our white base. And that's probably why he gets those reactions on the sides.
So the big question is, do I want to pour it off the edges? I really like what's happening there.
Yeah, I do too. But you have to get some more paint off. You have way too much paint on there.
I don't like this corner here, so this corner is going off.
Everybody's yelling, no.
Yes.
Don't want it to crack. If you can see it moving when he tilts, that's too much paint on there, like that. And he's not even up high. He's not even doing a hard tilt. You never know, Brian.
I just got to go just a little further.
I don't want to lose those whiskies, though.
No, we're not going to lose them. Look how that paint just flows. Now, step back for a minute. Take a look.
You look like you have a dolphin right in the very middle. A little baby dolphin.
Baby dolphin. What are you seeing on
Charlie.
that?
Check your bell, Charlie, on the channel. I know a lot of people before January, if you click that bell, you'll only get occasional notifications or none. So everybody check your bell tonight if you're not getting notifications.
Yes, the default is now occasional. So if you want to see all notifications, you got to change that. I learned that courtesy of Saskia's husband, Rob.
Oh.
I still have a lot of paint on there. But what do you think, Con? Does this corner need to go too? This here I don't want to lose.
It doesn't have to.
I think it does. There's not enough.
Maria's painting went out today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it went out today, Maria.
7 packages went out today at lunchtime. This corner's got to go. Never,
Right, like get the airbrush.
never fear. No.
I rarely get notifications. I do for like ATD and Scarlett's display of color. I need to go through and check my bell on everybody's channel too.
I did that.
Did you?
Yeah, I checked. Well, on mine.
Did you find a lot of them that you
A
were?
lot of them were occasional.
Oh.
Just trying to bring the paint back to the center.
Yes, I was a boxing mad woman today, huh?
Last night too.
Yeah, we did 10 last night. All the singles we did last night. A few
Couple doubles.
Yeah.
Thank you, Charlie. Now let's see what pops up. Did I lose the dolphin?
Well, it's kind of distorted, but
Kind of an abstract
kind of.
dolphin.
A little bitty now. That torch has got to go. Do you see him? He's right here.
Yeah.
He's a baby.
Did I get the thingy from Christina?
The dinosaur sandwich cutter.
Yes.
I put it down there. Yeah.
Yes, Nate, I did. It's like I want to do one more thing because it's still unbalanced. This here. Okay.
No, I think you'll be all right.
I'll leave it alone. Maybe monkey with it a little later but for right now,
It's fine.
I think the colors worked well together.
When they dry, I'm not sure what this is. The gray?
That's the neutral gray in with the sapphire.
Yeah, so the blues will dry darker and this will just be the same. The grays won't change much.
Ellen.
Really? Welfare gang?
Okay,
That's
guys.
not happening.
This is actually looks a little darker than what you're seeing on the screen, or at least what we're seeing on the screen. But the grays and the blues play well together.
Always get a troll, don't we? Eagle.
Do you want to check for skins?
I am going to check for skins because I like blue skins. Well, unfortunately, they're not.
She's going in.
I'm going in right here. So if you're new, this is
Thank you,
waterproof photo paper. It dries nice and flat.
Thank you, everyone.
What'd you do to it?
What did I do to it?
Can you turn it on? I bought a new torch. I should order a couple more torches for the retreat too. I like that indigo in that one, but that's about it. I'll try one over here. And then I'll be done. I'm trying to pick up that dark blue. See, now this one, see this? It's very interesting. Got a lot of cells in there. And make a nice pendant. You know, Walking Dead starts Sunday, so I'll be gluing cabs again. That's what I do while I'm watching.
Is that what you do?
Uh-huh. Brian's got Cheetos tonight.
Make sure you're sharing, Brian.
Maria wants all my skins. I should just send them all to her and start over.
Start over.
It's not hard, full skins. I always have tons.
Didn't quite use up that ultramarine blue from Artist Loft.
You didn't?
No, not quite.
How much is left?
There's just a
Hint.
squirt and a half.
Where is it? I'll use it. I'll use it so you can have another bottle to wash.
Yay. So, what kind of cans would you like? 12 by 16?
No, give me a 10 by 20. If we have a good one. Level 2. Below that. I tried to put the green tape on the level 2s, so you'll know the difference.
Not that.
No, those are too small.
These are 8 by 8s.
Right here. Sorry, I shouldn't have told you that.
Charlie wants to know, has anyone had trouble following Amazon links the last 2 days?
I had trouble getting into my Amazon Associates page yesterday to grab a link for someone that wanted an airbrush, but they fixed it. It was working today.
Maria, what's going to keep you up if you're drinking decaf coffee? The trolls, that's what it is. Oh man, you guys. Homemade chocolate chip cookies. Pumpkin muffin from Dunkin' Donuts.
We got chocolate ice cream sandwiches. You can't have that stuff, babe. You have to go to the doctor next month.
April wants to know, do you sell the torches on your page?
I have them in my Amazon shop. Yep. These right here, I think they're $12.99. I think I have a couple different ones. We have all kinds of goodies in our Amazon shop. Even the photo paper and the pads, the tray. Everything you need to pour paint is in my Amazon shop. I am going to start working on that and get it a little more categorized so it's easier to find stuff. But every time I go in there, it's like sold out. So I remove it. Then I find another one and put it back in, which knocks everything out of place. I wish they had a way for us to add to a certain category, and it's like I have to move it all. So when you're I'm going to do a flip and drag just so I can tease Brian with the airbrush. But I want to just say one thing to Brian. Tilt that paint off as much as possible, Brian. See how it's still dripping off? You want to get as much of that off there as you can. It's just a base.
Ryan's like, capital F, capital I, capital N, capital E.
He's so close with that airbrush. He's getting it. He's getting it.
She makes it look too easy. Brian.
He's not a quitter. You got to remember, Brian, I've been doing it for over 2 years with the airbrush, so I've had my airbrush for 3 years. Same airbrush, by the way. They last forever. You guys know I use it at least twice a week.
Celia's having chicken Caesar salad.
We had Greek salad for dinner. Minus the feta for me.
Uh-oh. Shelly broke. She ate carbs yesterday and started feeling exhausted. She's eating low carb.
That's probably why I'm so tired all the time. I eat way too many carbs. They're in my belly.
Brian says he thought it was supposed to be a thick coat.
No, you want it super thin. All right, I'm going to use up that blue because there's just a squirt in there.
Get that famous sound. There
That
it
one?
is.
Is that the one you want? I can't add much more to that now, though.
Hello, Gail. Glad you could join us. Maria says she can't live without carbs. She just can't.
Okay, so to that, I'm going to add some blue violet flash.
Dixie's Art and Crafts is
Judy. And we'll do some, actually, I think I'll use my silver.
She did some stuffed veggies today.
So I'll use the silver spoon, the Prosh Posse paints.
So Becky wants to know, is the base paint super thin for a Dutch pour as well?
This is a little thicker than the Dutch pour paint. Just a little bit. And I'll add a little bit of black to
Maria, I
that.
don't know what you're talking about. Stuffed cabbages?
Yeah, I made Gompy yesterday. I teased her a little bit.
She says she's jealous.
Okay. So I do have a little more than normal in here because I wanted to use up that blue. I'm going to go ahead and pop. Take that suction off.
Shelly says she loves cooking. I love eating.
Shelly, you can cook at the retreat.
No, this is Shelly O'Malley.
Oh. I don't have a problem with anybody cooking me something to eat at the retreat. Let me torch that. And I do got to move it around a little bit. A couple little spots where I hit the canvas.
Brian says, not thick or thin consistency, just thinner or thicker than the base coat. That's a question. Thinner than the base coat, right? Well, we're using the base coat.
Base coat is down. I don't know if Brian makes base paint. Do you make base paint, Brian? I think he just uses regular black or white. So I'm going to bring that down just a little bit to fill in that spot before I stretch. I may have to go in and move it with a cup. Let me put some white in there.
He says he does the same consistency for all.
Yeah, try your base paint a little thinner, Bri. Makes a big difference when you're using the airbrush. It helps get those wispies that you're looking for. Okay, see this spot here where I added the white? I'm going to touch that blue line and then I'll airbrush that blue into that.
Judy says, you are the queen of paint. I guess that makes me the king.
Are you the king? You are the king of bottle brushes and dish soap. Aren't you?
The what?
Bottle brushes and dish soap.
Yeah. And pruned hands.
Pruny hands? That's like the other night when you were rubbing my back and like, put some lotion on your hands. They feel rough. Because he was washing bottles and containers for me.
Riley says, I'm the master of gadget. I don't know about that. I'm telling you. Rob is some pretty neat stuff.
I like watching Rob. He cracks me up. Those are two people that are so in love and do everything together.
April wants to know, how do I find your Amazon shop? I believe Maria will post the link.
She's on top of that. It's always below every video, too. We have lots of links below in the description. Especially for resin, too. I know there is a waiting list on Stone Coat right now because they ran that sale and got a little behind. And, of course, Mike just had a hip replacement, so they are feeling the crunch. But that's
Thank
good.
you, Maria.
They got tons of sales going through.
Brian wants to know, wait, who's Rob?
Rob Schmidt. Is it Schmidt or Smith? Smith. Smith. Saskia's husband.
Ellen posted it. Yeah, Rob Smith. Thank you, Ellen.
You and him should do a collab. I kind of like this. I'm just going to take those, just touch a few edges there.
Yes, Brian. He is the guy who did the giant chain pull.
Yeah. He's the one that did the balloon that splattered all over their house. Did you see that one? When it was on the ceiling and the walls, it was everywhere.
I seen the after effect.
And then she put his face on there and he was like, uh-oh.
No, Maria, no chainsaw. Chain pull from chainsaw.
Just when I think we can get a weekend to go out and paint outside, it's like 90-some degrees.
And it's supposed to be like that again this weekend.
It is.
Yes.
We're never going to get anything done outside. It's so hot and buggy.
Okay, Teresa's got a question for Teresa Andrew. Love? What's that?
Love? Does she mean between Saskia and Rob?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they just love each other so much. She'll tell him, oh, I just love it, Rob. And he'll say, I love you too. He's so cute.
Shelly O'Malley says, it's a 4-letter word. Only in the count.
Just want to blend that in there. I'm going to leave it. It's all this violet-blue flash, or blue-violet flash is going to be pretty in there. My black did produce a little bit of gray, which I'm not happy with, but we'll see how it looks when it's dry. And my famous line, I'm curious to see what will happen. I notice I say that in a lot of my videos. I got to quit doing that.
I'm rethinking the Montana thing.
What? About moving there?
About moving there.
You take your mama and you go. See you later.
Some places had 2 feet of snow. It's too early for snow.
I'll stay here. And someday Maria can come and move in with me and we'll just run our YouTube and Facebook page out here all day. Lots of silver and flash in there. It just looks really gray right now, but it'll be pretty when it dries. Of course, that purple always looks blue on the screen. Jake's going to make all those adjustments for me when I get my tool.
So Michelle wanted to know if I've ever cut holes in styrofoam for a DIY gadget. I have not, but you have.
Cut holes in styrofoam?
Not styrofoam, but in plastic cups.
Oh, like when I poke the holes all the way around the outside edge?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what, buddy? My love, you are up.
That's a score. Was that the Seahawks who scored, or oh, Christina? No skins, Maria. It's okay. We only have how many?
What? Skins? I must. Well, I'm on my 5th box of photo paper. There's 100 sheets, so I cut them in half. So that's 200. Yeah, yeah. 1,000.
Well, it's the start of the season too, right? The Walking Dead season.
Yeah, but I don't mind gluing all those caps. I just hate cutting them all out. I will, Maria.
Did you tell her what you were thinking last night as you were, sorry, about the head,
What?
as you were sealing her package?
Oh, yeah. I was like, shoot, I should have put some skins in there.
Should have.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Would have.
It was too late. That's okay. I'd rather ship those separately anyways. I did, Carrie. Did you not get it? I think I did yours last night.
White base paint.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That one's another one I have to wash.
That has to be shook really well because it's been sitting up and down shaken. No, I think he got bit by something. They noticed your boo-boo.
I got back of my head.
You
too.
were outside the other night, and I think that's when you got bit. Because you had that when you woke up in the morning, and then it just got bigger and bigger. He's allergic to every bug bite he gets.
I love the outdoors, though.
Unfortunately.
As long as the bees leave me alone, I'm okay.
Yeah. So I do have the cloud pour painting, the big 16 by 20. That person backed out of that auction win. You guys remember, I think it was painting 26. So that painting is available. I don't know what I want to do. If I want to re-auction it or just, I think Patty Hoder was bidding first on that, but I don't know what to do about it because it's already boxed and ready to go.
Color choices for my gadget. So I'm gonna go with my base paint. Payne's gray. Can't go wrong with
Hi, Beck.
Payne's gray.
Grethel, if you're just starting out, you can start with craft paint, but make sure that you're using a good medium with it so it doesn't crack on you. I wouldn't add any water to it, just use a medium, like Floetrol. I have, in my playlist on my channel, I have tutorials that start from buying supplies right up to shipping your paintings out after you sell them. So everything is there. Check all those out. I believe there's 12 videos. And how to mix paint is there too. Well, let me tell you, Grethel, when you start, you'll be addicted.
Just ask everybody that's in the group.
Yep, we're all addicted.
Nice safe addiction, no? Don't you think?
What's that? Safe addiction?
Safe
Oh, yeah.
addiction.
Expensive addiction?
Expensive, yes. I just love these brushes.
And Grethel Maria just posted a link to the tutorials playlist if you want to bookmark that. Yes, we all need an intervention. I can't imagine what's going to be like at the beach next year with all of us painting and enabling each other.
Are we in
Brian
Nicholas?
says in the long run it's cheaper than crack.
Not even gonna.
If you stick to the basics when you're first starting out, it's not bad.
Yeah. And if you're married, you let your wife buy all the supplies, and then you join in,
Thanks, Carrie. I see that.
right?
What's that, honey?
Nothing.
Besides letting me buy all the supplies, what was after that?
And then you join in.
Oh, and then you join in. Yeah. I know for months you didn't even come out here, but then when I started rearranging and taking over your garage and turning it into a porage, then you got involved.
My garage? I don't think it was ever my garage.
I don't think it was ever your garage either. You just used to park the car in here.
just like when we go to Harbor Freight.
We're gonna try, Beth. If we can't go live, at least we will be videoing and uploading those videos. But I know the last time we were at that beach house, the Wi-Fi was kind of crappy. I don't really think it's gonna let us go live through the Wi-Fi. I'm sure someone will be there with their phones if they want to go live on that. They can. I have plenty of paint for anybody that wants to order. Right now I have 3 sets available. And of course I have 10 sets of jars. So if you want to just order paint and mix it yourself, you can do that too. Just hit me up, send an email to Christina Welch Art at yahoo.com, and I'll send you all the information, and you can decide if you want to order or what you want to order, and just let me know. Brian likes having that pre-mixed paint, don't you, Brian?
Makes it a little easier.
Oh, that's awful back. I hate to take it out of the packaging, Maria, because it was going to go to Canada, so it's packed really well. I may just give it away as a prize tomorrow night. An added bonus.
Color choices. And then I'll display the gadget.
Oh, well, I can't really help you if I don't see what you're using. Well, now remember, I'm Payne's Gray. You don't want anything dark. So
Understood.
go ahead and pick a couple, and then they can help you from there. Pick your base color.
I gotta stay away from the reds.
And that's fine, Maria. We could do that in the group. Do a silent auction type thing. Take bids for 3 days.
I used blues before.
I just hate to unpack it because it's nice and bubble wrapped and in a perfect box.
That never fails, right? I want to go with purples.
It's the cloud pour, Carrie. The big 16 by 20 that looks like it sucks you in. Yeah, beautiful hurricane. Okay, so April says green. Cecilia said pinks and gray. Mylene said something bright.
Yeah, I've been not having good luck with bright lately. Pinks.
And so if you don't want to use gray, you could always use silver, because silver looks beautiful on Payne's Gray. Something borrowed.
Something blue.
We're on number 3, Elizabeth. We still have one more after this one. Turquoise, pink, and purple. Teal and copper. The only problem with teal on Payne's Gray is when it blends together, it's not a very pretty color.
Turquoise.
2 blues, silver, and lime green, Brian says. Oh, in white.
And gray.
I bet you lime would look good on that, Ellen. You could do like a lime green and a purple red for your pink.
Lime green.
We don't have a Grumbacher up there, do we?
Nope.
Nope. So you'd have to use the Lucas one.
This.
Yeah.
The chrome green.
Yeah, it's pretty. It needs a good shake though.
Lime green with what now? Purple and
The purple red
purple red.
to your left top shelf.
Purple red. This one can come out.
Trying to get you a little brighter instead of muted. Like that pale lavender is yuck.
Are you okay with brilliant purple?
I would, yeah. I think I would lean more towards the permanent violet, the one next to the permanent violet.
The prism. This one?
Yeah. It's a little more, there you go.
A little darker though.
Okay, so what else do you have? Turquoise and what?
Aqua green.
Yeah, use that up.
Turquoise green.
Okay, be very careful with that purple red in there. You don't want that next to. There you go. That's better. There you go.
And this one is which? What color is this?
I think
The purple?
I think it's deep violet from Liquitex. I took the tag off it, didn't I?
You did. Okay. So you said this is from where again? The purple?
Liquitex.
Liquitex
Deep violet.
Deep Violet. The Premier Purple Red. Very hard color to find too.
They got it back. AC Moore carries that. Premier.
Brian's Chrome Green Light.
Actually, it's Lucas.
Lucas. Blick's Bright Aqua Green. And last is Grumbacher Turquoise Green. Gadget.
What size canvas? 12 by 16?
This is,
You waited to see what I ordered you today. You're
What?
going to love it. Well, I
Something
can't
I
tell you.
put on my glasses so
No.
it's on canvas side.
It's a new toy. Just for you, Ellen.
Yes, 12 by 16.
Okay. Did you get paint everywhere?
No.
All right, boss.
So the gadget I have, going with my little pizza tray. And this is a strainer. And you know what? I don't even need that pizza thing because it's not sitting high enough.
Oh, it's got its own little feet.
It's got its own little.
Yeah. That's cool. Who sent you that?
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember who sends him his gadgets. Shame
But-
on you.
I've got this turned upside down.
Was that still in the package?
No, it was not.
I wonder if Kathy Carter sent you that. I know she sent strainers. If anybody sent him this strainer, fess up. Maybe Judy sent you that strainer.
So I'm almost thinking I need to pour it into a cup and then pour it through the
Yeah.
strainer.
Yeah.
What's the last color I want to come out?
Well,
Spray my cup first.
it's true.
Using WD-40 silicone lubricant.
Shirley was actually on last night, Ellen. She said she's doing better.
So with the purple, then the Premier red. Purple red, sorry. Then Lucas.
Our PO box address is on the bottom of every video in the description. So if anybody ever wants to send him a gadget, that's where you send it to. The WD-40 helps release all the paint from the cup, and it makes it easier to wash your cups afterwards. You don't have all that paint sticking in there. And sometimes after you put your first color in, when you tip your cup, that color may all stick to the cup and you totally lose that color. So that's why we use it, so we release all the paint. I'm going to have to buy Alan another toy box because he's starting to take over my whole bottom shelf of my drying rack.
I think we need to purge a little. What do you think?
It's such a hard thing to do.
I know, it's hard to give up all your toys, but back with the red. Green.
Can you show that silicone can for me?
I can.
This is the can that you want, not the blue one. You want the black one. I know Walmart has those, but I also have it in my Amazon shop.
Ah, there's that sound.
Becky, when we wash our bottles, we start with one bucket of hot soapy water just to get most of the crud out. We also, I'll show you what we do. We're working on our second one. Well, actually, we work on two at a time. Can I step in for a second? We use these big protein powder jugs, and we pour whatever's left, if you can see it's still wet in there. We pour all the excess paint in there before the bottle hits the soapy water. So he scrubs them out in the first bucket, washes them in the second soapy bucket, and then he does 2 rinses. Hot water in the first one.
What do you think about putting a little black right down the center?
No.
Or white? No?
White will give you pale pastel. You don't want to do that. I know you want to break it up. Put about a shot of gold or silver.
Okay.
Or with those colors, you could even do copper or bronze. And our paints are right there to the left. On the table, then. The metallics are at the end. Yep.
Let's go with the bronze. Let's give that a shot.
Grethel, I'm saving those jugs. Someday when they're all dry, I'm going to cut the plastic jug and maybe carve something out of it. I think it would be kind of cool.
Right in the center. Here goes nothing.
Nothing, you said? You're supposed to say, here comes something. It's a spontaneous creation, Brian said. I just always get so quiet here when you pour.
I'm thinking real hard.
Ooh, I see it coming out. Need a little bit on this side, huh?
Which side?
Well, on the camera, it's the other side. Oh, I think you're even now. It's moving. Cool colors, Judy said. He's using some kind of hair catcher strainer, Tammy.
The interesting thing is going to be see what is in the center.
This would be a strainer that you would probably, I don't know, it's got feet though. I think it would be more for your kitchen sink type strainer. You couldn't fit it in your bathtub, that's for sure. Ooh, look at that pretty purple red center with that lime green. Ah, she knows. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Carrie? Tip it over the other way.
Do what?
That way, yeah. Torching takes the air bubbles out, Bethel, so that you don't get spots of the base coat popping up through.
I have a lot of paint in that center.
You're probably going to have to roll it first. Can you do a circle first just to get it all together? I know you haven't mastered that yet, have you? Yeah, it's definitely something that someone sent him because I did not buy that. So I have never seen one like that. I know Dollar General got their strainers back in their $1 section. So if anybody's looking for strainers, hit Dollar General. Every time we go shopping, we pick up things and we're like, ooh, we should pour on this. Ooh, can we pour through that?
What kind of bottle bottom does that
Let
have?
me see the bottom of that. Yes, Brian, you are absolutely getting control of your paint. You have to rock your canvas to get it all in one spot. Before you head to a corner, then rock your canvas, because otherwise it just goes off your sides. Look at those colors. That middle is so vibrant. Aw, Brian, we're so glad you're here too. Keep us on our toes. I got the nicest email from a gentleman today that used to be a bricklayer, and he has spinal stenosis now. So he found my channel and he's been learning how to pour paint and doing coasters. I had a nice little chat with him via email today. Makes my heart happy when people reach out to me and tell them they found something to do with their lives now that they're not working anymore. I'm really digging this out.
Really?
Yeah. I wouldn't even take it all the way off that corner, but get as far as you can, and then stretch that pink back to the middle. I think it's gonna be really, really cool. So we can open up that edge. I don't know. Because there's your roll of threes right there.
My rules of threes.
The rule of three to be off center. Can you set it down for a minute? I could go over and look at it. Just this little touch of mud here, huh?
It might open up a little bit if I were to tilt it down to this corner.
What is that from, though? Is it from the gold? That might be just be gold. Torch it and see if you get anything in here. Brian said there's a doggy.
A what?
A doggy. Looks like that little creature from Ren and Stimpy.
You didn't happen to make that phone call for that contact I gave you, did you?
No, it's sitting right here. It's not pop up.
I'm going in.
You got a clip?
Not sure what that was. Another hair or something. Yeah, it's shedding season for me this year. This time of year. What do you think? I still think that one of those corners has got to come off.
I would definitely go that way.
This way?
The way you were going.
This way.
Yeah. No one's laughing at your shedding season remark.
I don't know what it is. Oh, I know what it is. It's menopause.
Is it menopause?
That's what it is. Menopause.
You can't use that excuse for much longer because I only used it for 2 years. So Eddie
Yeah.
hasn't been out here.
The night sweats.
He's actually avoiding me like the plague now because every time he looks at the costume, he runs. I bought him a postman costume to wear for Halloween. He was fine with having it on until I put the box on, and then he ran.
I'm losing my second job. You could just get him to carry him to the post office,
Yeah.
or at least out to the mailbox. Trying to bring this.
Well, then
back.
I went on Amazon, and they have a UPS costume too. I would rather put the UPS costume on because my guys always bring the packages in the garage for me. Wouldn't that be cute if Eddie was in his costume when they came?
That poor dog.
That looks better. I'll open up some more in that pink to let some cells up through too. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what this will dry like. Because you did use some pretty vivid colors.
Let's see what's in underneath these.
Judy, if you get a chance, go in the group. I posted his picture with his costume on. It's so funny. I was laughing for like an hour and a half. I know, Brian. They have cat costumes too, Brian. I should send one for Mike.
What do you think?
I love that purple red.
Oh, that purple red really took over. Be interesting to see what it looks like dry.
We will see it next week.
Clean up my edges.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good painting for a black light. Oh no, there's not a lot of neon in there though.
Oh, I didn't even use the neons, but
Well, that green is chrome. That would probably show up.
off to the drying rack. Skins?
No,
You sure you don't want anything in
no,
there?
they're too dark. They're too dark, Maria.
Put the red.
Maria's, that's her line after every painting. Skins?
Didn't use that blick up.
How much is left?
Just a squirt.
Good there, I'll use it. I'm gonna do a huge 1 cup dirty pour.
Now we can use this up.
I'll use it.
When using gadgets, probably the most important thing is have a pail of water to accept the gadgets.
To accept the gadgets?
To accept the gadgets.
Yeah, it's true. It's never spit one out yet.
No. If the paint dries, it is a nightmare to clean up. Hot soapy water.
Is key.
Okay, hon, what size canvas you want this time?
I'm gonna do that 16 by 20.
Oh, Brian size.
Brian size. I'm gonna use one of my great big humongous cups.
Go big or go home, right?
Right. Alan wants to know if you tried toothpicks, Alan.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Ellen wants to know if you tried toothpicks.
Toothpicks.
Yeah. Probably clean all those little holes out of all those things.
Actually,
Skewers.
skewers work great. Also, you get the paint out of the crevices and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do a huge cup.
Huge cup.
Yeah. Kind of like that painting I showed you in the beginning. I'm going to use a big cup. We're just going to use 1 cup of paint to do a dirty pour.
Michelle wants to know, are we on Instagram?
I am, yes. C Welch Art. I don't post a lot on there, though. I haven't figured out the whole Instagram thing.
Maria's like, yeah, she is, but she doesn't post much there, at least not currently.
I just,
You guys are like in sync.
I know. It's because she's my sister from another mister.
Joanne wants to know, how do you bid?
Joanne, you won a painting last night, and I need you to email me. Maria, could you post the email, CWA?
You what?
No, never mind, Ellen. Maria will get it.
And Gretel wants to know, how do you calculate the amount of paint?
We use 5 ounces per square foot, but then you want to add an ounce for each side, up to an ounce for each side. So usually you can get away with 3 ounces for the sides. We have a chart for that too. Gretel, you should join our group, the Praj Posse on Facebook. We have files there that will answer all your questions. My videos will help you too, if you're just getting started. We love newbies, don't we, guys?
Absolutely.
So I did spray the cup.
Sorry. Shelly O'Malley says she loves the McDonald's cup. You want to tell them the quick story about that? Especially.
Well, like today, I was really super busy, so Alan brought me my Happy Meal to make me happy. But I always get an extra sweet tea, which is probably why I gained 10 pounds. But I save them for either Floetrol. When I'm mixing paint, I strain my Floetrol into these. And I also use them for big paintings. Actually, I think this is a 14 by 20. Or 14 by 18. No, maybe it's 16 by 20. It's 14 by 18. I was right. Okay, so I don't want to put it on there.
We hate just throwing those cups away.
I do. I don't throw them away. I use them and then throw them away. Everything gets a multi-purpose here. So I'm going to use up that paint that he had left.
These are plastic cups, Shelly, not foam.
Yeah, don't use foam cups to stir your paint in because you may get some of that styrofoam in your paint. I had someone send me a picture. It was all speckles. And I couldn't figure out why. It wasn't bubbles. It wasn't paint chunks. So then I asked, what do you stir your paint in? Styrofoam cups. Well, that was why that did that. So I've had it happen to me in the very beginning when I first started pouring, so I don't do it anymore. Okay, so let's use some Aqua Flash with that.
And her mom is saving her cups for her.
Yeah, my mom goes to Burger King every day to meet her friends. So she saves me all her cups. And once a year when I go home, she has about 300 of them for me. Recycling. All right, so let's put some Deep Lagoon shimmer in here. This is a Praj Posse paint that I mix. These have just iridescent medium in them, just a hint to give you a little bit of shimmer in your dried painting. It really shows up well when you resin. All right, so there's my 3 aquas for the end. All right, so I'm going to put some Lucas Mint in there. Now I will give this cup a swirl before I pour it, just to incorporate everything. Okay, so I want to put some gold in there. Probably should be using up some paint, so.
Kimberly Ford can. She used styrofoam once and punched a hole in the cup while stirring. What a mess.
That's stirring hard. Let's use up this oyster pearl. Actually, I have a white pearl. That's too much in there. Now, these paints been here almost a year, and we haven't used them.
Sparingly.
I've never used them. And they still pour just fine. Just giving them a little shake. You can chuck that one. Pour it in the bucket. There's just a spit in there. Okay, I want to follow that. How about some midnight blue metallic for our contrast? And we use Fine Touch Ocean Green. That's not turquoisey enough. Okay, we'll use our Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. It's the Praj Posse paint. And I'm going to put our gold in there because I want something bright against that turquoise. And then we're going to go purple. We'll use our Praj Posse Purple Shimmer.
Alan's like stated, with our wins and my age, I can't catch the cups or the cans.
How about some Morning Pansy Shimmer? This is also Praj Posse Purple, or Praj paint. My goodness, I must be tired. And we'll take some Liquitex Brilliant Purple against that. And I'll put just a touch of silver in there to break that up. Getting lots of color in there, guys. Let's go with, this is Grumbacher Prussian Blue mixed with Iridescent Medium from Artist Loft. And I'll follow that with the Manganese Blue from Soho.
Oh, there's a name to pronounce. Seoli Art Studio. Welcome.
Let's see.
How many colors you got in there?
Lots. I think that's manganese. It is. Trying to use up paints over here, Boo.
Good night, Shelly. Thank you for joining us every Monday night.
I wonder if anybody was keeping track how many colors I put in there. Brian, do you have a count? Let's go with,
Gretel says pink.
I don't know if I want to put pink in there because I'm afraid we'll get mud. Light blue violet.
The chat says maybe 6 so far.
Oh, I have more than that. More than that. I have to rewatch the video.
Maria says she's been too busy with the chat. She hasn't counted.
All right, I'm going to put a little touch of Payne's Gray in there. That'll be another contrast color.
The chat says that's just the blue. It's 6. Tamara says more gold.
Yeah, definitely needs more
Shelly Shelley says silver.
I'm going to put this deep bronze in.
Mary Ann Neal says 15. Now Brian wants to know how much paint you got in there.
Okay, let's throw in some metallic cobalt blue hue from Artist Loft.
This is the truth wants to know, any silicone in these paints?
They all have silicone. Sterling silver from Deco Art. That'll give us a little reaction with what I'll put on top of it. So let's try.
Mary Ellen said, Brian, 20 colors at least.
Let's throw some cerulean blue in there from Grumbacher.
Brian's like, girl, you crazy.
Never.
April says yellow.
I never said I was right. If I put a yellow, let's put yellow flash in. So we'll get a little hue sheen to it. Ooh, I want to spit up a little.
You consider this.
That's going to be green when it comes out.
Consider this living dangerously.
Living dangerously. It's let's see what happens.
It's on the edge.
Since that's going to pull green, let's throw some Folk Art Malachite in there.
Okay. Shelley says, how about pearlescence?
I have pearl.
And LaShawn says, holy moly, I would have mud.
Now remember, this is not going to be a flip cup. This is going to be a dirty pour, dirty ribbon pour. Don't be afraid of color. It's how you layer your cup. For every color you put on top of each other, think, is that going to make mud? And then if you're going to use like 3 or 4 different light colors, you have to have a contrast. Or else it's just going to muddle together. I need just a little bit more. I don't want to put any reds in there because that will give me mud.
Carolyn says, oh my, I may need to go out and get some more paint.
Let's try Carolina Blue. And did we do silver? We did silver. I don't want to put that chestnut or copper next to that blue because it doesn't look very pretty.
Shelley says magenta.
No, I don't want any pink.
Brian says bronze. Marilyn says that makes 30.
Is there 30 in there right now? All right, let's stop there. I think that should be enough paint to cover that.
Okay, here's the question now. Is the truth wants to know, how long does the mixed paint last if you pre-mix it?
I've got some up here that are over a year old.
Kathy Perry says lime green.
Okay. I'm going every which way with this, guys. I don't stay in one spot. Oh, I should dump some gold down the middle. Okay. This is probably going to be god-awful ugly. Don't know till you try. Okay, here we go. Always go over, lap, stop when you're almost done to see what's left in your cup and where you want to go from there. I got a lot of turquoise in here, but I want this part here. I'm not going to get it all though. So I'll just run this along the edge. I wanted that purple to show up.
Roxy Cole wants to know, what is the biggest canvas you have in your shop now?
4 foot by 5 foot. I'm waiting for a day when it's not super hot outside and I can pour it. It's going to go on my mantle to cover up the TV hole that they put in these new houses.
Our house isn't new anymore.
Our house isn't new anymore at all. I remember we had trouble getting our TV in that hole in the first place. It took 3 of us to get it up there. We don't have a TV in that hole anymore. Our TV is way too big for that. All right, let me torch the air bubbles. Now, when I stretch this out, we're going to have cells coming up through, so we'll get some different colors. I'm really hoping that green's not going to stay like that.
Marie's got a question for you. Christina, were you trying to recreate the cool one from the other day of leftover paint?
No. I just wanted to do something a little funky. So we had what? How many colors? 30, 31, 32?
I believe the last count was 30.
A lot of this is going to go, guys, so.
Baby doll is leaving us tonight.
Bye,
Good
Brenda.
night.
That's Brenda Burgess, honey.
Good night, Brenda.
Keeping my paint in the middle so I can take that edge off.
Marie says, don't lose all of that by your right hand.
I know. I like that spot, too. I'm going to open it up, actually. Too much turquoisey green. I have to be careful because I have to get this edge. Let me turn it around. Yeah, I could have got away with a lot less paint.
You get carried away a little.
I did. The yellow's still there, though, look.
Brian says, you think?
Brian, I was just trying to be you, hon, with all that paint. I was going to do a Seattle Seahawks pour, but Alan used up all the indigo.
I thought Brian used it all up.
Brian didn't use indigo. All right, I want a torch because I want to see what's under that green because I can see it there.
Yeah, there is a lot of turquoise in there.
I know, but I like this spot here. I need to fill my torch. My flame's very short.
Ooh, I see the eye. The shot. Yes, do you see the eye? I believe this is where she's
Oh,
referring
the
to.
little peeker.
Brian
I
says,
really love this spot right here.
weird alien smoking.
Well, then he'll fit right in at my house, won't he? See, now when I hit that, that silver's coming up alongside of this. or it could be the pearl. This is going to change as it sits, guys, because it's a little heavy with paint. So that silicone still has to come up. So this one will probably look totally different next Monday.
Good night, Mylene.
Good night, Mylene. I have to pick up some paint because I don't want to tilt this anymore for this edge over here.
Just a little heavy with paint, Brian said.
Just a little. Well, we're going to be redoing our paint wall. Getting back to limited colors and adding some new mixes up that we'll make ourselves. But we still have our Soho and our Lucas up there.
Melanie says blue elephant, green ear, and eye.
Just run in my mirror, make sure I'm caught on the edges there.
That eye kind of looks like the look that Eddie gave you when you took his picture.
He was looking at Jacob. He wasn't looking at me. Do you know how many cookies I had to give him to get that picture? I bought him his own cream cookies from Chewy. So he had to have treats for getting his picture taken. He ran. The minute he saw me take that costume out of the bag, he ran. Because he was like, oh no. Now, he's had a costume just about every year. Normally, it's just something I can strap on his back. He's got the cowboy that rides in the saddle. And
turn it. There's two more eyes in it. Right at the top, middle right.
There's one there.
Yep.
But those are going to keep popping up. And that's all silver in that spot in the purple right there. That's all silver. But they are popping through very slowly.
Well, thank you, Shoebox of Angels. Just subscribe.
I'm going to move this right
Welcome.
now.
Ava likes that.
Ick. Ooh, there's some purple. And
Cecilia said 2 eyes and a long nose. And Ellen said there's teeth under the set of the eyes.
he's looking. They won't be there next week, so that'll shift a little bit. All right, I want to pick up that purple and turquoise.
Michelle says getting the UPS and mailman costumes.
Awesome. The UPS costume is much cheaper than the mailman. It was cheaper on Chewy than Amazon. And I got it quick. But I bought him a large, and it's a little big on him. I could have got away with a medium. But last time I bought him a medium, it was too snug.
So Becky A had a question. I believe Maria just answered it. But she's wanted to know, can you pour on a panel?
Canvas panels? Yes. They do have a tendency to warp. But if you paint both sides first, they should be all right. I know some people glue paint sticks to the back so it doesn't bend. But I don't know how you would get those off if you glued them on. So any more questions for tonight? Because I think we're going to wrap up. We'll be live again tomorrow night for the drawing.
What time?
What time do you want to go on? 8 or 9?
I think we should do it 9, so it gives people on the West Coast a chance to get home. If they're, it'd be 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Sounds fine with me. So 9 o'clock tomorrow night will be the sponsor giveaway. So if you donated between July 1st and midnight tonight, you're automatically entered to be in that drawing. we have 10 prizes. First prize is painting of your choice from what I have, and I will send you a video and show you what I have, or I can make you something. And second prize will be a painting that I pick. And then we have other prizes too. So everybody helps us by supporting our channel. And we do giveaways for our milestones too. So, you know, if you don't donate because you can't afford it, that's fine, because there's other ways you can enter for the other drawings that we do. This is just our way of saying thank you to everyone who helps us purchase products that we use on our channel. And
Joyce Davis just came in. She says, "Oh my God, I missed the whole thing. Hi guys."
you did.
Hello,
I'm sorry.
Joyce.
You can rewatch it. Yeah, everything else here
Ellen
is.
said you missed some purple.
I seen it, but it's, see right here. If I pick it up, I'm gonna lose it.
Joyce, couple things. Double check your subscription and make sure that you get all notifications.
Yeah, everybody do that tonight.
That's what I
Go to
found.
my channel homepage and see if your bell is turned on for all notifications.
Because the default says, what did I say it was?
Occasional.
Occasional notifications. So
I'll just put this up here
that is
so
the default.
we don't have a blank screen.
Yes, every Monday night we are live from 9 p.m. to 11 Eastern Standard Time.
I know. I can't wait to clean this one and play with it. I do have some silicone spots. And this is what you'll see when you're cleaning your paintings. See the oil? So you want to get all that off before you varnish your resin. I have it here too.
And Joyce, tomorrow we're starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and Joyce did donate to the channel, so you don't have to be present to win. But I do have, usually if you make a donation through PayPal, they give me your address. So I just mail them out. So if you're not here and you get a box in the mail with goodies in it, it's because I had your address and you won.
And you just went over 79,000.
Yeah, I just hit 79,000. So I'm not sure when we'll do another subscriber giveaway, but that'll be soon. Maybe when we hit 85. So share the channel, guys. The more subscribers we get, we want to hit that 100,000 by the end of the year.
Becky A says, please add other credit cards for donations.
If it's through PayPal, you should be able to use different credit cards. If you're doing it through Super Chat, I don't know how they do that. Most of our donations come through PayPal. And that link is below. It says PayPal me. When they'll say Sweet Tea Studio, they wouldn't let me change that to Christina Welch Art. So it still has my jewelry title. So good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9. I have a couple videos to go up this week. Maybe tomorrow night we may do a resin painting while we're doing the giveaway. So we'll start out the video or the live with us probably doing a resin video. And Alan's getting me that eek look. I'll do it. You don't have to do it.
And what are, well, you know how much I like resin.
I know you like resin, but you are so messy with resin. So we may be at a different table tomorrow night too. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet.
And you told about what the giveaway prizes are?
No, you don't tell them what the prizes are for a sponsored giveaway. It's supposed to be a surprise. I only tell them about the first 2. But we have 10 prizes for tomorrow night. So, thank you, Becky. We will see you all tomorrow night at 9. I'm going to go check emails, make sure I have everybody in for the drawing. And I'll be heading to bed at midnight. So if you want to get in, do it now. Because once I shut my computer down, that's it. So if anybody donates after midnight, that'll go into the next giveaway, which will be January 1st, right? Yep,
Yes.
January 1st.
For our next New Year's
Our New Year's Eve party. Oh gosh, are we doing that again? 6 hours of painting?
I think we should do 8 next.
Oh no, I'm not doing 8 hours. So bye guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Good night, everyone.
Bye now.